next up, we have another interviewee, another guest, another star, Madam Krysta Feldman. Give her a round of applause, please. Yes, ma'am. How are you doing today, Krysta?
Hunky-dory.
Hunky-dory. I like that saying. I don't even know where it comes from.
Me either.
Okay. So, we've worked with each other for a little while, and yeah, quite a while. And so, I want to know more about how you came to know you have a disability and what that process was like for you. Kind of going through that and coming and working with me.
Well, first and foremost, I don't call it a disability. I call it a different ability. I learn differently than everybody else. I've struggled with math. I went into Brittany's office many a times crying, freaking out, withdrawing from class after class when it came to math, because all through grammar school, junior high, high school, I couldn't do it. I struggled with it. And when I got into college, that was the first thing I came to her about was, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how I'm going to do this. And with Brittany's help and my actual diagnosis is that I have math processing disorder. I process math 3 times slower than the average person. Hence why I get so stressed out in class. Because in college, they just roll right along. And what we learn on Monday, I'm barely grasping it come Friday. And so I feel like I'm constantly falling behind, constantly grabbing at straws, never going to be able to keep up with the masses. And it's my different ability. I've learned that. I learn differently. I require certain accommodations in order for me to be able to test. Those that get 60 minutes, that doesn't work for me because I'm only a third of the way through that test in 60 minutes time. And I don't see myself as being a math failure anymore. I've found my struggles. I've utilized the resources available to me through the Help Center, through Brittany, and I've been successful. And I'm now 2 classes away from graduating with a degree that I started 5 years ago.
Yeah! That's so exciting.
Right?
Yeah. So on the same we're going to stick with that happy training
Yeah.
a little bit. You've had some personal experiences that have really tested your belief in yourself recently, and you've come out on top. You've achieved a lot of really awesome stuff. Want to talk about that?
An accident. Okay. Yeah, I can talk about that.
And
I can talk. Which one do you want to hear first?
whichever one you want to share.
All right, so May of last year, my family and I were in a car accident. The result of that accident was severe hip injuries on my part. I've had 2 major hip surgeries. I will have to have replacements on both of them within the next 10 years. And during that process, I lost the ability to walk. I was unable to walk for over 2 months. And as a single mom, that's huge. My kids had to take care of me. I took the little things in life that most of us take for granted, being able to put on your shoes, being able to get up and down to go to the restroom, being able to shower by yourself. These were all things I wasn't capable of doing. And so, and that accident forced me to withdraw from school for a little bit, but it made me stronger and more determined, which is why I hike now. I hike on a regular basis. I'm hiking a 14er in less than 10 days.
Wow.
But it's given me a courage and a commitment to everything that I'm striving for. And my first semester back in school was okay. It went fine, and then came math, algebra. And I was scared. Lots of people don't pass college algebra. A lot of people struggle in college algebra. I committed 38 hours a week to 1 class. I sat in the teacher's office every morning. I sat in his office every day after class. I sat in the help center until my homework was done, and if it wasn't done, I went to the library. And I managed, ready? I passed algebra with a high B, getting a 96% on the final. And that's amazing.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's so awesome. Yeah, you're still on.
I'm so hot.
Yeah.
I did that.
You did that. You did.
I did it.
That was a huge,
It was huge.
that's huge. And now you're on to surveying calculus.
I am.
Yep. And you're gonna rock it.
I'm still riding the high from the algebra, so we'll just go with that coaster.
Yep. In going through all of those challenges and coming out at the success side, how did you overcome those obstacles? What did you do? Part of it, you said you spent a lot of time with the instructor and spent a lot of time in help centers. But what else was key to success for you?
I sat back and I really thought about who I am. What's going to work for me? Where are my struggles? What do I need? Because nobody knows me better than I know myself. They can provide me services. They can say, this is what you have. This is your different ability. But what was I going to utilize? How was I going to make sure that I was going to be successful? And I just figured out, being a single mom, being a full-time employee, and trying to go to school and conquer a math class, that wasn't going to happen. That's not how I was going to set myself up for success. So I made the changes in my life and everything that I needed to in order for me to be able to focus on math and commit to it the way that I knew would allow me to be successful. So I really dug deep in myself. And what does Krysta need to be successful? And I've embraced it, and I hold it high, and I prioritize it, because that's how I've gotten to where I am right now.
Awesome. I remember there were a lot of times there where you come into my office or you would just email me and you'd say like, all right, that's it, I'm done. I give up. But you didn't. So with everything that you have gone through, what made you keep going? How did you not give up?
It's a promise that I made to myself, not only for my kids, but for myself. I wanted to prove that I set a goal for myself, and that regardless of what life has thrown at me over the past 5 years, which the car accident, that's just the tip of the iceberg. I've been through so much more in the past 5 years. But it was a promise I made to myself, a commitment to prove to myself that when I set something, I will achieve it, regardless of the obstacles thrown in front of me. And I'm doing it for me, and I'm doing it for my kids. I want my kids to see that everything I have been through in the past 5 years, I didn't quit. I didn't give up. I may have had a hurdle that I couldn't get over, but I figured out how to work around it and keep striving for that goal. And I want my kids to know that life isn't easy. There's always going to be challenges. There's always going to be obstacles. But if your heart is in it and your drive is there, you can achieve anything you put your mind to.
That's awesome. Your kids are so lucky. My last question is, what advice do you have for students who may also be struggling with feelings of wanting to give up, or that, gosh, I don't think I can make it. I don't think maybe this is for me.
Never give up. That's the first thing I can say, is never give up. And never be ashamed to ask for help. There are people, all these teachers, all these instructors, all the people that work in the academic support center, even just the ones that do the business end of it, they all want to see you succeed. They want to see you be the best you that you can be. And there's no shame in asking for help. There's no shame in admitting that you're struggling and asking how you can, what resources they can provide you to be successful. So don't give up, and don't be ashamed, because you are who you are, and everybody's special, and everybody is their own bright star. And sometimes you just need a little bit of guidance to make your star shine as bright as it's supposed to be.
Awesome. What a wonderful way to motivate people and to remind people, you can go through a lot, and there's so much more that there's out there for you, right? Yeah.
Life is what you make it. It's what I tell my kids. Life is what you make it. Nobody's going to make it for you. Life is what you make it.